But the toss-up centre field, we've gone through all the pre-match preliminaries, and let battle begin, and no doubt it will. Last time the Aussies came here, it was a centenary match for the Saints. We had the first match of the Aussie tour. Saints lost out that day by 34 points to 4. We hope to put that to rights this evening, but it's going to be a big battle, isn't it? But we're ready for kick-off. Saints in the shape of Tommy Martin on the centre spot. Colin Morris just been over to the bench, looking for a little bit of sand there just to get things underway. No. Stanwall, Saints kit man. He goes out, and we're ready for the action. Big cheers for Malmeninga, and away we go. Big Sirenen takes it up. Hefty reception committee by the Saints, and that's what it's going to be all about. Tackling and defensive display. The tackling's got to be firm, hard and fair. Sidaris looking for a quick play of the ball there at the acting half-back position. The Aussies, they move it quickly, there's no danger about that. Solid tackling, John Neal, fully fit, fully recovered after an operation. We didn't know whether he would be fit for this evening's game, but he's out there and he loves it, John Neal, doesn't he? The ball booted downfield for Steve Prescott. Exciting fullback Prescott, been named in the under-21s side to face the Aussies, but both touch judges on for an infringement. I'd watch the ball being kicked down to Prescott, but obviously one of the Australians has been taken out in back play. The referee holding the match up, and both touch judges reporting to the referee. So somebody being brought out after just over a minute. Tommy Martin is the alleged culprit. Colin Morris just reading the riot act to him. Well, you've got to get in, you've got to mix it. The Aussies mix it, don't they? Saints are going to be penalised anyway, that's a dead cert. There it is. Referee Morris gives the signal. It's the penalty. Are the Aussies going to have a go for goal, or are they going to run it? Wishart is the goal kicker, prolific point scorer, leading point scorer on the tour. But touch is found just over 10 metres from the Saints line. Yes, from the Saints line. Sidaris at dummy half. He brings it crossfield well. Sidaris, a shepherd as they call it in Australia, but obstruction there took the Saints cover defence out, and crossing was the indication. Penalty to the Saints, and Phil Beavers finds touch on the popular side. Good kick by Beavers, as I said before, and you don't need me to remind you. Phil Beavers came along with Mighty Mal 10 seasons ago and made his mark here, and still here. He'll put on any jersey as long as he's in the first team. Been playing hooker the last few weeks with the injury to Bernard Dwyer. Adam Fogarty, powering into the Aussies. Tremendous drive by Fogarty, he drives it up. Beavers at dummy half, Hunter Cooper, now with Nickel. He's still going his Nickel. Selected in the squad for the first test, but got sent off at Oldham and had a 3-match ban. The Aussies move up quickly. Now it's with Pickavance. Solid defence there. David Furley, one of the tacklers, along with Harrigan, the chief. Lovely chip kick by Martin, taken by Prescott. He gets the ball away, Sullivan can't take it, just knocks it forward. It's on the 6th tackle, and the turnover will be implemented. A lovely astute kick there by Tommy Martin, setting the Saints on the way there. The lads know what they've got to do. Eric Hughes had them training yesterday, last training session yesterday afternoon, obviously before this evening's match. We've had quite a lot of rain round this parts lately, but it's been dry today. Sidaris, good run from him. The final tackle being taken there by Fogarty and Cooper. Walters was the man, quick play the ball. Now it's with Harrigan. Big forwards, Harrigan and Sirenen in the front row. Now it's Walters. Chips it opposite diagonal. Oh, bravely down on the ball there, Andrew Haig. He's been out injured, had a few first team appearances, but sustained a broken foot. Fully recovered now in the starting lineup and in on the right wing with Alan Hunt being on international duty. Not to be overawed, the lads know what they've got to do, they're powering in. I mean, let's face it, they're only human, these Aussies, aren't they? People think they're not, but as they've trooped in down the main entrance, they don't look all that big. Obviously they strip big. It's surprising how people do strip big. Martin again, tactical kicking by Martin is going to be the order of the day. And Tim Brasher, he takes the ball, moves over to Wendell Saylor, then comes back in field. No score yet, 5 minutes gone on the clock. Aussies spreading it out. Booth comes in for the tackle and misses it. It's into the second row forward. Steve Menzies, he's held just short, but a tremendous display by the Aussies. They move downfield. But obstruction is the indication there by referee Morris. He brings play back to just inside the 20-metre area. A tremendous break by the Aussies. Australia now, Harrigan. Oh, the ball's loose. Martin capitalises on it. He gets it away. Saints with a little overlap if they could have spread it quickly. Oh, but that's a big tackle by Menzies on Ian Pickavance. Simon Booth ducks under a high one. He was losing his footing, but second row man David Furley came in. Now it's John Neal. John Neal away to Nickel. It's John Neal's second go at the tourists. He played for Cumbria in the opening match of the Australian tour. Beavers moves it right. Perolini in at loose forward, looking for a big game from this Western Samoan lad. I think this may be his first actual starting position for the Saints. I know he's been on it to substitute 2 or 3 times, but he'll remember this, won't he, as Beavers puts it downfield, beats Saylor. Can Saylor keep it in field? He can. Exciting wingman. Oh, lovely ball to Brasher. Brasher comes away with it. Oh, brilliant run by Brasher. Outpacing the Saints defence. Steve Prescott comes in and Prescott brings him down. But the Aussies move 75, 80 metres. Well, the referee is bringing somebody out. Well, they didn't look anything in that there, did they? But it's Tommy Martin that's been spoken to again in the presence of Captain Shane Cooper. Looked a fair tackle there as they was all following Tim Brasher. But Saylor did well. Right from his own line, he got the ball, turned it inside to Brasher, and Brasher wound his way through and was brought down on the Saints 20. But it's going to be a penalty to the Aussies. I mean, impartiality is supposed to be the name of the game as the Aussies set the quick tap penalty, but you find that the English referees seem to bend over backwards when we have a tour inside here, and I think a little impartiality the other way should be shown. Of course, you'd expect me to say that, wouldn't you? But no score at present. 8 minutes gone. The Aussies putting all the pressure on the Saints, and the defence has been firm so far. Florimo, inside ball there to loose forward. Jason Smith, just as I was saying, the defence has been pretty good up to now. But Smith goes over for the opening try in the game after just 8 minutes. Good work there by Florimo. Drew the Saints defence in, slipped a lovely ball into Jason Smith, and he more or less went in unopposed under the sticks. Wishart now will convert. leading points scorer on the tour. And the Aussies off to a good start, 6 points to nil. It will be when he's converted it after just 8 minutes. Steve Prescott there, his dad, Eric Prescott, definitely a favourite of mine when he donned the Saints jersey, the early 70s. He played for the Saints at number 15 against the 1970 touring Aussies. The Saints won that day by 37 points to 10, and I'm sure Steve Prescott would love to have a win under his belt against the tourists, who just gone behind now by 6 points to nil. The 16th game, as I said, against the Aussies. The previous 15, Saints have won 7 and lost 8. But solid tackling again as the Saints kick deep. Aussies have possession. Well, Saints capitalise on the loose ball. Saylor couldn't take it. Now it's with Steve Prescott in the Aussies' 20-metre area, looking for points. Saints now working the movement. It's on to Perellini. Good tackling there, solid tackling, Harrigan in. Saints spread it again, Cooper, Martin, Cooper, Pickavance, lovely drop-off ball, but solid tackling by the tourists. Did well there, Pickavance kept hold of it. Now it's with Phil Beavers, out to Cooper, Andy Haig, oh Haig, Haig replies in the best possible way, doesn't he? Super play by the Saints. Cooper is the man, the long ball there, went out to Andrew Haig. And 3 minutes after the Aussies had opened the scoring, Andy Haig, an up-and-coming prospect here at St Helens, signed from Crossfields, Warrington, a season or so ago, put Saints on the board. Saints 4, Australia 6, and Tommy Martin with the conversion attempt to come. Super play there by the Saints, loose play by the Australians. I think it was Saylor that couldn't take it. Saints snapped it up quickly, moved it to the left, then moved it over to the right, and a long ball there by Shane Cooper. Out to Andrew Haig, he took it well, and he went in unopposed. Martin, can he convert it? No, waved away by the touch judges. But Saints are on the board, trailing 6 points to 4, only 11 minutes gone. So the Australians kick it off, try scorer Haig, that'll boost him up, there's no danger about that. That young fella there, Scott Gibbs. Oh, tremendous drive by Gibbs, we know what he can do. Wales were very unlucky at the weekend, 46-4 they went down, but solid display by all the Welsh side, and especially the 3 St Helens lads that were in there, but they didn't get the bounce of the ball, the rub of the green, did they, on various occasions, but a tremendous tackling display by the Aussies. Saints have weathered the early Australian pressure as Vivers gets it out to Pickavance. Vivers wants a quick play of the ball, the Aussies all offside in front of referee Morris, as Shane Cooper puts it over to the right wing again, a tester for Saylor, but he takes it, and he's a big lad, Saylor, but Perellini bounces him. Perellini and Gibbs move in quickly, bounce him to the earth. Well, the Aussies there being penalised by referee Morris. Offside, only rightly so. There was offside a minute or so earlier and got away with it. But it's Saints putting the pressure on now. Tommy Martin is going to go for goal. Well, Kevin Walters coming having a word with the referee. He is the captain. I suppose he can query the referee's decision. But he'll probably get no joy out of Colin Morris. We don't get any joy out of him, so I don't see why Walters should. But a chance for Tommy Martin to put the Saints on level terms. Martin, left-footed kicker. Yes, it looks good. Oh, it is good. Superb. Penalty kick by Martin. Well, Tommy Martin levels it up. Ball square, 6 points apiece. Supreme effort by the lads this evening. We know Eric Hughes has been pumping this into them all week. It's all a matter of confidence, and we didn't start off too well in the season, as all the regular speckies know. But the first 2 defeats, and then we've gone through unbeaten since. Bobby Golding inspirational. As I said, he'll be here this evening, but he's not out on the pitch. But he's given the lads the power and obviously the will to win. Martin, long ball, Cooper, pick of hand, straightens up. Solid tackling by this left wing of Australia. Bouncing down, holding down in the tackle. Walters is there, having his 2 penneth again. And Saints have the penalty. Beavers will start us off again. Adam Fogarty. Prolific forward Fogarty, one of the informed forwards here at St Helens, if not the informed forward. Anthony Sullivan from the acting halfback tries to get through. Beavers takes it centre field. John Neal. Shoulders charges there, comes shoulder to shoulder with Menzies. But couldn't get it away. Now Martin chips it through. But Brasher, oh, well taken by Brasher. But a superb tackle by Martin. The tourists tried to bring it blindside, but Martin's there again, along with Simon Booth. Sirenen. Big Aussie forward. Had a little problem at Wigan, got concussed. But he was selected for the test match over here in Britain. We have to have 15 days statutory rest, but Sirenen didn't. Obviously the rules are different when you're on tour. Oh, super tackling there as the Aussies were coming up. The man was trying to draw the defence in. Furley. Oh, the ball's loose. Saints have it. Ian Pickavance drives away. Walters all over him, holding him down. Now it's Tommy Martin again, and the Aussies are being taken off the game, aren't they? Saints are hustling them, and that's what you've got to do. Move up, put the pressure on them, and they'll crack, won't they? Wouldn't it be great for a victory here this evening? We've still plenty time. 17 minutes have gone. It's all square, 6 points apiece. Cooper, Martin, Simon Booth, he takes it well. Solid tackling again. Walters in there along with E.T. I don't know whether that is E.T. at 4. I think that could be Terry Hill at 4. I think E.T. is 3. Yes, in fact, I'm sure E.T. is 3. But a high kick there. And Tommy Martin flattened as he got the kick away. So yes, E.T. is 3 and Terry Hill is 4. The Aussies restart from the centre of the 20-metre line. And the Saints forced to defend again. John Neal reaping it, and John Neal's come up with possession. Oh, the finest exponent of raking at the play the ball that I've seen. Superb play, set Saints on the way, and Sonny Nicol with a big drive. But Sirenen's in there, he's one of the tacklers, along with Menzies. Come on, you Saints, is the cry. The crowd, the partisan home crowd, get behind them. And John Neal's relishing this second goal at the tourists. Also a second goal for the Welshmen. Martin, Prescott, Booth. Booth is taken down by Hill. Well, it was a high tackle, but the referee playing on. The touch judge is on. It's going to be a penalty to St Helens, but Booth was taken high. Second row man, David Furley, that took him illegally. Referee Morris was watching play, let play go on, but it's going to be a penalty to the Saints. David Furley being spoken to by referee Morris, but it was Simon Booth that felt the full force of that tackle. And I mean, Booth's no titch, is he? He's only about 6'3". So Tommy Martin looking for the extra points. All the points could be crucial, there's no danger about that. Looking forward to Saturday, and let's hope that the Great Britain lads can seal the Ashes win at Old Trafford, just down the road. Well, Walters send him to the sin bin. Referee Morris, don't have any messing from these Aussies. If they start yapping, just give him the yellow card. He's obviously had his 2 penneth. He's not happy with it, but they never are they? They talk about whinging Poms. There's a few whinging Aussies there, and they will be whinging after this Saints display this evening. So Tommy Martin, hush round the ground. 20 minutes gone. Oh yes, yes, it's there. A superb kick by Martin. 20 minutes into the game, and Saints take the lead. 8 points to 6 is the score. Superb stuff. The Aussies take it quickly. Steve Prescott comes away with it. This lad been likened to Brett Mullins, the Australian fullback, for his quick open play. Simon Booth again. Both Booth and Furley meet again. Good strong running, and 8 points to 6 in the lead, and this will give the Saints obviously the boost that they need. Beavers. Aussies move up quickly. John Neal with Phil Beavers. Quick play the ball. Pickavance out to Simon Booth. Inside ball to Pickavance. Oh, John lucky there, just couldn't take it. But Rod Wishart, he's clattered by Pickavance and Sullivan. Walters at dummy half. Brasher links up from the full-back position. 21 minutes gone. Saints in the lead, 8 points to 6. Sidaris on to Sirenen. Neil and Adam Fogarty, along with Perolini, come in, bounce him to the ground. Brasher's taking a knock. There'll be a lot of bruised bodies, especially after last Sunday's encounter. As I said, this Saturday against Great Britain, the second test. Obviously, Bobby Golding in the starting lineup, and that's where he should have been for the first test, shouldn't he? Hill, Terry Hill, taken by Sullivan. Oh, super tackle by Sullivan. Walters at dummy half. Prolific. Oh, that's a knock on Florimo. Well, the referee said it went back, but he was facing the Saints lad and he pulled it forward. But it's the last tackle of the sequence. Walters puts it up. Prescott and Haig there, but Prescott takes it well. And he got clattered for his trouble, didn't he, by Sailor? But he gets up and comes away with it. Yes, Golding should have been in from the start. Edwards, as we know, got sent off. Phil Clark was captain, but he wasn't running the show, was he? It was young Bobby. But the Saints now, Sonny Nicol in possession. Beavers brings it blindside. John Neal tries to unload, but loses possession. The referee moves in, but I think it's going to be a knock-on. And it's going to be a scrum down with an Aussie feed. Well, I think, is this the first scrum we've had, Peter? I think Peter, your cameraman for this evening. It's certainly been an exciting game. Seesaw game. Aussies with all the pressure in the early minutes. But Saints showing the true colours, true grit. Greg Florimo, clattered by Perolini. Moved in quickly, bounced him to the ground. Now it's the try scorer, Smith. Oh, and he'll know about that. That's some tackle there. Nicol and Gibbs. Tourists move it right. David Furley bounces off the tackle. Tries to move it again. Cooper organising his troops. He knows what he wants. The defence has been pretty firm. Now it's Walters again trying to draw the defence in. Florimo, inside ball to Hill. Fogarty clamps him. He's looking to release. He's only a metre or so short, what, 2 or 3 metres, I'd say. Tourist move it inside. Walters looks for the gap. Oh, well taken. Vivers and Walters. Vivers and Cooper bring Walters down, and a little bit of a fight on the right-hand side. The ball's been played and chipped forward. But obviously I'd followed the ball, and it's up to the referee and the touch judges to sort it out. But the Australians want to make a substitution. Shane Cooper breaks away. The Aussies have made a substitution. Number 15 has come on, that's Dean Pay. And it looks like big Paul Harrigan that's come off, but Saints have the possession. Yes, it is Harrigan. He's obviously in line for a test match spot, but he doesn't look too clever there. They brought him off quickly. I don't know how the substitute rule goes. I've been led to believe that all 4 can come on and come on again. It's not once they're off. So that means we can have up to 8 substitutions. Tommy Martin kicks it upfield. Tim Brasher. Oh, forced to play it. Martin leads the charge. Oh, and he's in there. And a superb tackle by Martin. Some player, this Martin, isn't he? Obviously, we've got Martin there along with Cooper for this evening's match. And he's been out injured for 10 weeks. Tommy Martin, a pre-season injury. But he's as sharp as a tack, isn't he? The tourists play it quickly. Pickavance and Neal move in. Harrigan receiving treatment. The ball put downfield. Steve Prescott and Andrew Haig, but Wendell Saylor. And Steve Prescott leading him a dance. Oh, Saylor just comes in. And Jason Smith, they combine to bring Steve Prescott down. Scott Gibbs. All the Welsh lads, Scott Gibbs, John Griffiths, Tony Sullivan played well. Especially John Griffiths, I thought, had an excellent game in at hooker and did some graft. But Saints move it again. Perolini has possession. Dean Pay in at the tackle. Saints still in the lead, 8 points to 6, and full value for the lead, aren't they? Fogarty, the ex-professional boxer, but the most mildly mannered man. Well, it touched an Aussie player, that, as Wishart gathers it. It was all on, but Wishart has possession. Simon Booth stopped him. Tony Sullivan comes in along with Ian Pickavance to complete the tackle. Menzies. Saints obviously got to go in 2s and 3s and stop the ball being spread. Sirenen, he releases it. And that's good tackling by the Saints. But the Australians gradually moving forward. Now with Walters. Out to Florimo. Back to Walters. Draws the defence in. But Pickavance gets him by the scruff of the neck and bounces him to the earth. Terry Hill at dummy half. Florimo. Last one of the sequence. It'll be a big ball up in the air. Walters, well, it's not, it's chipped. Touches a Saints player. And Tommy Martin in the thick of the action again. Saints have the possession. Steve Prescott comes away with it. Phil Beaver's just assisting. Now it's Sonny Nicol. Runs hard and straight. Oh, and Sirenen's caught one there. He went in with a big tackle on Nicol, and he come off worst. And don't the Saints public like that? Well, flopping is the indication as Australia is penalised. Loose forward, Jason Smith. Well, a high tackle he's given, but looks as though he did a flop as well. But Sirenen there in the wars, and his co-partner in crime, Harrigan in the front row, has already been substituted. 12 minutes to the interval, and what a display by the Homesters, the Super Saints. leading the Australians by 8 points to 6. Andrew Haigh trying to scamper away. The tourist urged to get back on side. Neil, back to Vevers. Took it well, Vevers. Don't think he was expecting it. Nickel, Martin running the angles. Inside ball there, Perolini. But he's quickly clattered. Saints build up again. Now it's Cooper. Bounced off the Australians. Picked up by the Saints player. The tackle count is still on 6 now, as the ball played the man, not the man played the ball. But Martin puts a tester up for Wishart. He takes it well. Oh, Simon Booth wanted to grapple with him and bounce him into touch, but he just couldn't take him cleanly. The Aussies come up with possession, and Terry Hill has the ball. Walters, prolific brothers. Walters, 3 of them was on tour last time. That's a record in itself. Oh, but good play there. Oh, super tackle by Fogarty as Brasher come through at pace, but Fogarty took him down. The Aussies tried to step up a gear. Simon Booth and Ian Pickavance bring down Furley. The tourists move it left. Walters again tries to chip it through. Well, now that's all wrong. That's back to 1 he's given, and the man played the ball. Or the ball played the man, I should say, not the man played the ball. But the referee's saying that the Saints player had raked at it. I disagree with that decision. Not make any difference, it still stands. But now it's Kevin Walters. Long ball to Florimo, but well tackled by Fogarty. Superb clamp tackle, man and ball, and that's how the tackles have got to be. Now it's Hill. Pickavance all over him like a rash. Make sure he can't release it. The last tackle of this set of 6 for the Aussies. Let's see what they've got up the sleeve. Walters again, he runs it. Now to E.T., and it's going to be the turnover. Well, that was full of idea, that by the tourists, wasn't it? Not a clue. Obviously the Saints have taken them off the game. Andrew Haigh coming in from the right wing berth, looking for a piece of the action. But the Aussies, as they do, holding down till that last second before the penalty is awarded. 9 minutes to the interval. Tommy Martin. Oh, just sandwiched there, Florimo. And it's substitute Dean Pay. John Neal takes the tackle. Well, he tries to release it. Well, that's a knock-on. Knock-on by the Aussies. Australia had control, but he's going to give the first knock-on, and the head and ball is going to be, the head and feed is going to be to the Australians. Shane Cooper's got the ball in his hands, but, well, Shane Cooper still has the ball in his hands. I do beg your pardon. I thought he'd pulled it back for the first knock-on. Obviously he did. Scott Gibbs bursting through. Prescott at dummy half. Cooper along the line. Perolini. Andrew Haigh has possession. He'll have to take the tackle. Just short of the halfway line, and the Saints in the lead by 8 points to 6. 2 Martin penalty goals and an Andrew Haigh try against Jason Smith try, converted right under the sticks by Wishart. Well, Sirenen and Nickel there, and Sirenen just having a little bit of a flap out. Obviously, Nickel's wound him up. Oh, Pickavance into space. Oh, super tackle by Menzies. Last one of the sequence for the Saints. Tommy Martin chips it through for Steve Prescott. Oh, but Brasher takes it well. Nickel comes in, slows him down. But it was Martin that completed the tackle. Oh, well taken there by Walters. Inside ball there to Jason Smith. But Prescott holds him. The ball into pass, flicked in, but E.T. is going to score. Well, a try out of nothing by the Aussies. 33 minutes into the game. And just as the Saints were pressing up the super ball by Walters, he took it well in the first place. He took it well in the first place, did Walters. Came through, slipped the ball to Jason Smith. He took it well, and then a lovely little back flip and the last pass went to Andrew Ettingshausen, and he outpaced the Saints cover defence. But a great break there by the Aussies, obviously good ball handling, well finished off by E.T., and it puts him in the lead by 10 points. Well, Walters, he's going to get 10 minutes in the sin bin. He's done nothing but argue all the match. The referee's telling him to go away. He's sin-binned him, and only rightly so. Not before time either. He's done nothing but yap all the time as Kevin Walters. As I said, they talk about whinging Poms, but he's one whinging Aussie, isn't he? 10 points to 8, the Aussies lead. Wishart looking to pop the extras. 6 minutes to the interval. So the last 6 minutes and the first 4 minutes of the second half, the Aussies are going to be without the captain. Wishart pops it over. 4 points separate the sides at 12 points to 8. It's up to the Saints now to hopefully capitalise on the one-man advantage. It didn't go that way in the test match, did it, when Great Britain were without Edwards after 25 minutes? It certainly boosted the Great Britain side. Let's hope it doesn't boost the Aussies side. Oh, Florimo, well taken by Gibbs, powered into him. He was here for training yesterday, Scott Gibbs, and obviously he was extremely stiff, he said, after that bruising encounter. All the three Welsh lads. Oh, shoulder charge there by Pickavance on Sirenen. Slows him down, but Perolini and Neil finally bring him to the earth. Sidaris quickly away from the acting half-back position. Smith, Jason Smith at dummy half. It's on to Florimo. He's going to be used as a tactical kicker. Andy Haig, well, Wendell Saylor coming in there, but Andy Haig has possession. Well, the ball's loose. Knock on, first knock on, going to be indicated. That's by Wendell Saylor. And scrum down with a Saints feed. Shane Cooper will feed the scrum. Tactical kick by Florimo there, and Andy Haig coming back. Whether Saylor was onside, obviously he must have been, because he's gone for the ball and knocked it forward. Saints have the possession. And Haig, coming in midfield, has to take the tackle. The Aussies now, obviously they've got to do that extra bit of tackling. Perolini juggles with it. His counterpart there, Jason Smith, one of the tacklers, along with substitute Dean Pay. Sonny Nicol, straight runner, Furley and Jason Smith, they tackle him. Vevers looking for the runners, miss out Adam Fogarty. Bring John Neal, but a big hit there by Sirenen. Sidaris, the initial tackler. Cooper, Perolini. Strong running, but superb tackling by the Aussies. 3 minutes to the interval. The tourists in the lead, 12-8. It's chipped through there. Scott Gibbs is chasing it, but Wendell Saylor should gather it. Saylor does, but a three-man reception committee, and they make sure his way is stopped. Brasher. Out now to Terry Hill. Hill taken down. Well, he's actually bounced to the ground now. Pickavance had stopped him. Fogarty was there. And the tourists move it again. Florimo. Upper body strength by Florimo. Tried to bounce out of the tackle and release it, but the support was a little lacking then. Dean Pay. He plays it. Sidaris comes away with it. Good run by Sidaris, but he loses possession. The ball going to be kicked dead, and it's a knock on by Sidaris. Scrum down. Shane Cooper to feed the scrum. Just inside the Saints 20-metre area. Excellent game, there's no danger about that. End-to-end stuff. 12 points to 8, the Australians lead. And wouldn't a try and a goal be nice for the Saints just before the half-time interval, with the Aussies down to 12 men for the persistent talking to the referee by the captain, Kevin Walters. Cooper. Probably the last time Cooper will play in a Saints jersey against a touring side. Just as Mal Meninga, obviously, I think they'll put Mal Meninga on with him being at St Helens, but it's the last time that Meninga will play as well. He's retiring. Well, loose ball. Sullivan has it. It's all on. Offside, the referee's given. Accidental offside he's given. Scrum down, Saints feed. Well, that'll do us, won't it? We should win possession. And Saints do. Move it out. Martin, Prescott, oh, looked for that half gap. I think it was Sirinen that came in and clamped him. No, it wasn't. I do beg your pardon. Reaping out, it was Brasher that came in and reaped the ball out. It put Saints on the attack just before the half-time hooter, trailing by 12 points to 8. Enthusiastic tackling, no more than we can expect on Sonny Nicol, but he's got to keep his cool, and John Neal powers it up again within 10 metres of the Aussie try line. Saints looking for the second try. Beavers at dummy half. Martin, Cooper will try to drag the defence in. Bickermans just losing his footing, unfortunate there. Cooper there sorting his side out, leading his troops. He turns in the tackle, gets it away. Steve Prescott now, a little bit of space to move in. Sidestep, but Menzies brings him down. Saints build again. Andy Haig, yes, Haig in for his second. Oh, the pass is ruled forward. The referee's ruled a forward pass. I don't know whether he actually got in, Andy Haig, to touchdown. But unlucky there, but that's the idea. The long ball to try and beat the Aussie defence. 40 minutes on the clock. Saints trailing 12 points, 8 points to 12. Superb entertainment and a massive crowd here at Nosey Road. Loose play by the Aussies. The Saints have possession. They want to quick play the ball. Tommy Martin. Oh, Martin loses it now. Now it's with E.T. Oh, a catalogue of errors just when Saints wanted to slow it down, just hold on to the possession to try and get a score before the interval, and unfortunately the ball went loose. Well, there's the half-time hooter, but what a superb 40 minutes of entertainment we've had. The score is Saints 8, Australia 12. The Aussies opened the scoring in the 8th minute with loose forward Smith. Went over for a try right in front of the sticks after a lot of pressure by the Aussies, but the Saints had withstood it. Then 3 minutes later, Andy Haig went in at the top right-hand corner. Lovely long ball by Cooper. That was unconverted, but two penalty goals by Martin in the 14th and the 20th minute put the Saints in the lead at 8 points to 6. An ET try converted by Wishart 7 minutes before the interval after a good run and some good handling by captain Kevin Walters, who subsequently was marched off to the sin bin for 10 minutes after persistent chatting back to the referee, and only rightly so. So the half-time score here at Nosey Road, it's Saints 8, the touring Australians at 12. Walters there, 10 minutes in the sin bin. He's got about another 4 minutes. And he's shrugging his shoulders and holding his hands out. Well, we know what it's for, don't we? Even if he doesn't. So the Aussies to kick off. Wishart, centre field. Colin Morris blows the whistle. And we're underway for the second 40 minutes. The tourists in the lead, 12-8 at half-time. And a sterling performance. Oh! Loose play there, tidied up by Adam Fogarty. It was a sterling performance by the Saints, not overawed, and considering with 4 international players missing, it's been a superb performance. The lads have got the confidence, they know what they can do. John Neal, he turns in the tackle, Viva steps up quickly. Tommy Martin puts it downfield, superb kick over the head of Brasher, and Martin leading the chase along with Cooper. Oh, Cooper comes in over Brasher, superb run again. Oh, but a big hit by Gibbs, but Apollo Perolini took a knock there. Just stunned a little bit, Apollo. Welcome to the Australians, Apollo. Quick hands. Menzies has possession. At dummy half is Sedaris. Good into passing and cross-flow movement. Smith coming up for the ball, but it couldn't be released. Terry Hill couldn't release it. Oh, beg your pardon, it wasn't Terry Hill. It was David Furley. Now it's Dean Pay. Pickervance clatters him. Last tackle of the sequence for the Aussies. Sedaris at dummy half. Attested there by Florimo. Oh, well taken by Prescott. Oh, tried to get away as well. But offside is... I'm going to say offside is the indication. But he's penalised the Saints for going in and taking an Australian player out. The indication there by referee Morris. Not going down well here at Nosey Road. I mean, there's that many coming up. I mean, some of the times these offside laws and what have you, they're certainly a mockery, aren't they? The man kicking the ball and everybody's in front of him. They come up and putting pressure on the opposition. The required 10 metres. The kicker, as I said, is well back. But if you make a fumble, it's all on, and it's not on. But obviously somebody picked out there for obstructing. And the Aussies there, they know that they're up against it here this evening, and Wishart's going to take the tap penalty. Going to take the conversion attempt, I should say. As a rule, they would have taken the tap penalty, but right in front of the sticks. 3 minutes gone now of the second half, and Wishart pops it over. It's now St Helens 8, Australia 14. They know points are going to be valuable for them, just as the Saints know that they're going to need all the points they can muster. Walters looking to come back on. Good kick off there. Sailor couldn't take it. Scrum down, 10 metres in and 10 metres from the line. Walters there going down the touchline with Steve Gamson, a local official. Grade 2 referee, Steve, and looking to make it into the big time very soon. But Kevin Walters still on the sideline. Australia win possession. Wendell Sailor, oh, super tackle. Gibbs powers into him. Walters is on. Australia back to the full complement. Solid tackling, just as it has been by the St Helens outfit, and just as it will be throughout the remaining, what have we now, the remaining 36 minutes. 14-8 the score. The tourists move it out, Furley, grabbed by the collar. Pickervance again, John Neal's there in the action. And there's been some action, hasn't there? Jason Smith, he was trying to squeeze it out. Last one of the sequence, Walters puts it upfield, Andy Haig, he takes it comfortably. Just tried to bisect the tacklers, but Walters in, holds him down. Steve Prescott, as I said, selected, the only St Helens player selected for the under-21 side that play the tourists at Gateshead a bit later on in the month. Cooper and Vivers onto John Neal. Oh, he's in with the shoulder, John Neal, but Dean Pay and Jason Smith, and Smith's taking a knock. Adam Fogarty running it out wide, down the blind side, and Furley there taking a knock. So obviously the Saints' power in the tackling taking its toll on the tourists. Lovely kick by Martin. Wishart, he's waved on, but Martin in there again, closing it down, and Perolini completes the tackle. Now it's Wendell Sailor. They say Sailor is the only man to play Test rugby without first appearing in a State of Origin match. He plays it to himself, obviously no marker at the front, and it's a knock on. Comes back to Saints. Did the referee allow it to go on? He has played advantage this time as Cooper moves it left to Steve Prescott. Running in from the full-back position. Saints take it wide, Scott Gibbs. Scott Gibbs powers in into Walters, pushes him out of the way. And the Saints now with a bit between the teeth, looking for a score in this second half. Nickel running hard and strong. Vivers wants a quick play the ball. Martin out to Fogarty. Fogarty running hard. The full-back losing his footing. 10 metres from the Australian line. Gibbs again from one side to the other. Just been involved on the left-hand side. Of course, he's playing the right centre along with Andy Haig. Nickel on a dummy run and Martin chips it through. Oh, just knocked it forward. Unlucky Tommy Martin. Just couldn't control it. But a superb footballing brain as Martin. And it just didn't come off there. But it's up to the Saints now to hold the Aussies, hold them on their own line. Give them what for. Let's have this true British grit. Oh, super tackling there. Cooper involved. Bounces Hill down. 14-8 the score. Just a converted try separating the sides. And Walters there clouted to the ground by Booth. Florimo coming through at pace. Come on, you Saints is the cry. He was met by Vivers and Neil. Oh, and collared again, Sidaris this time. Super play by the Saints. It's the last tackle of the sequence. Walters puts it right down the throat of Steve Prescott. And Saints build up again. Oh, Prescott losing his footing. As I said, we've had a lot of rain around this area the last week or so. It's been a dry day today, but still a lot of moisture in the ground. And obviously with it being an evening match as well. With 8 minutes of the second half gone. 14-8 the score. And good running. Out wide, Apollo. Adam Fogarty. Bouncing off the tacklers. Now it's Cooper. Oh, ball there, Andy Haig couldn't take it. Did well to keep in the field of play, but took a knock. Obviously a tough tackle. Round the kidney area, Martin puts it downfield, a tester for Brasher. But he stood up well, hasn't he, Tim Brasher? Some exciting runs, and he's got to be clattered to the ground. Not going to give him an inch. Some exciting runs, there's certainly that about it. Well, the Aussies, they're certainly picking up a few injuries. Smith, the loose forward, taking a knock as Wishart comes through. Prolific wingman. Saints penalised, not lining up correctly at the play the ball. Oh, interfering at the play the ball. And Walters, with the penalty award, finds touch 10 metres from the Saints line. A test of the Saints' courage now. Sailor, big lad, only about 20 years of age. Phil Vivers greets him there along with two other Saints tacklers, John Neal and Adam Fogarty. Sirenen, I should say, going for the line. Sidaris at dummy half. Walters drawing the defence in. Now with Brasher coming crossfield, he gets it away. Aussies with an overlap. It's E.T. He turns it in field. Menzies, can he go for the line? Oh, he slips it up to Sailor. The try's given. Persistent by the Aussies there. Persistent, throwing the ball out, keeping the ball alive. And Sailor comes up with a try. He comes up with a 4-pointer. We know the Saints had an excellent record against the touring sides, and it must be said that Saints still hold the record of defeating the tourists, the heaviest defeats by a club side on the Australian tourists by 44 points to 2 in 1956. It's not going to be that score today, we know that, but certainly a good performance by the Saints. Andy Dannett and Bernard Dwyer coming on. And Shane Cooper And John Neal coming off. So Dwyer into the loose forward berth, I would imagine. A reshuffle. Perolini coming off, I beg your pardon. Perolini coming off, Dwyer into the loose forward berth. Cooper still at scrum half. And Andy Dannett on for John Neal. (18-8) the score. Wishart with the conversion attempt. That looks a good one from here. Yes, a superb kick by Wishart. 20 points to 8. As I said, 44 points to 2. The heaviest defeat by a club side on the tourists. 10 tries and 7 goals. All the forwards scored a try each, with Dickinson and Rhodes scoring a try each. Llewellyn also scored 2 and Rhodes kicked 7 goals. And there's some good names there, memory-jerking names, isn't there, from that era. But the tourists now taking the game by the scruff of the neck. 12 points in the lead by a 12-point gap. 20 points to 8 the lead. It can soon be turned round, there's no danger about that. 12 minutes of the second half have elapsed. Bernard Dwyer on now, been out for quite a considerable length of time. Played the full 80 minutes in an 18 match against Warrington last Friday. Deep kick by the Aussies. Prescott, he takes it. Wendell Saylor tackles him, and Andy Haig, attacked in half-back, runs crossfield. The Saints get back on side now. That was a deep kick by the Aussies, putting pressure. Anthony Sullivan, limited touches. But Saints just outside the 10-metre line, from their own line. Solid tackling by the Aussies. Last tackle of the sequence is indicated by referee Morris. And a good kick there over the head of Saylor. Finds touch 30 metres from the Australian line. It's going to be an Aussie head and feed. And the Saints now obviously have to do a containing job at this end of the ground. Walters to feed. Quickly moved out, Florimo, E.T. Oh, lovely ball from E.T. onto Brasher. Superb game this Brasher's had this evening. And support there from Walters. The Aussies now slipping into another gear. Oh, superbly taken by Jason Smith. But what a tackle there by Cooper. Came back a good distance, did Cooper, and wrapped Smith up just as the Australians were running very hot. Menzies. Florimo. The tackle completed by Nickel. Saylor at dummy half. Saylor going on his own, trying to draw the defence in. Now with Sidaris, on to Walters. Back to Saylor. The Aussies keep it going. Lovely ball handling rugby. Now with Brasher. Bernard Dwyer has him. Super tackling machine. Dwyer there. The Aussies again keeping it going. Sidaris tries to chip it through, but well taken. Saints come up with possession. Simon Booth, I think that was. Pickavance no way through for him. In fact, a hint of offside there as Pickavance came through. But Bernard Dwyer, big hit there on Dwyer by Menzies. Dandy Dannett on the transfer list here at St Helens. About 80 thou I think he's on for. 60 or 80 thou. In a little bit of dispute at present. And Jason Smith looking to be substituted, and David Furner, I think it is, looking to be introduced. Well taken there by Wishart. Is it Wishart? Oh, it's Brasher. No, it is Wishart. I was right the first time. Oh, but Wishart going through just as his ankle's tapped. Fogarty. And a substitution there. Smith off and Furner on. The Australians have possession. Nicol completes the tackle. Down at there along with Bernard Dwyer, heavily involved. Walters inside to Menzies. The Aussies keep it going. Good tackling by the Saints. Got to try and keep these Aussies at bay. They look as though they just slipped into another gear now as Florimo chips it through for the corner. Oh, well taken by Steve Prescott. And that's out of the ground, isn't it? Somebody in Nosy Road's got that in the porch. Right out of the ground at the left-hand side of the main stand. The ball quickly brought onto the ground. 16 minutes gone of the second half. 20 points to the Australian tourists, 8 points to the Saints. A lot of pressure there. The Aussies, obviously, they've had a stern talking to by Bobby Fulton at the half-time interval. Eric Hughes will be proud of his side's achievement. But they know that they've got to keep up the pressure, keep up the good work, and hope that the fitness lasts them through the full 80 minutes. Walters, Florimo, looking for that half grab. Nicol has him, brings him down. Florimo plays it. Walters is there again. Well, Walters, since his rest, has certainly injected his pace on the game. But Sirinen and Nicol just mixing it a little. Shane Cooper acting as peacemaker. Obviously a little bit of hanky-panky in at the tackle. But you know what Sirenen's like, he's on a short fuse, isn't he? And he's trying to wind people up. But the referee moved in quickly. It was all diffused extremely quickly. But the referee moving away, he's reaching for his pocket. He's got the red card. Sirenen, he's giving the red card. Well, he's going to be up for orders, isn't he? And he'll be out of the test match. Walters is arguing again, but Sirenen sent off. It was out of my eye line. I didn't know what had gone on. But Sirenen sent from the ground. So Sirenen being escorted for whatever, but we know referee Morris, he doesn't stand any messing, does he? He's in there, he was reaching in the pockets and dispatched the man for the proverbial early bath. 22 minutes of the game gone. Let's see if Saints can take command, trailing by 12 points. Saints 8, Australia 20. Come on, you Saints is the cry. Cooper on to Nicol. Nicol has to take the tackle of Menzies. E.T. doing a little bit of mauling with him there. Now it's Tommy Martin. Saints moving it along the line. Pickavance straightens up, but he gets the ball away. Oh, Prescott turns in the tackle. Just couldn't break out of it. But it's Saints putting it down now. A rare excursion in the Australian 20. Simon Booth. Well, it was meant for Sullivan, but it went into touch. Did it touch an Australian hand? No. The touch judge on the far side is signalling. It's obviously a scrum down, as we know, but it's an Australian feed. For the first real spirited attack of this second period by the Saints. Not a lot of chances in the Australian 20, but Tommy Martin, Simon Booth, good tackling there, Bernard Dwyer involved. All hands to the pumps now, that's the order of the day. Make sure the tackles are firm, hard and fair as the crowd get behind the Saints. They've come through the card unopposed, apart from the first test defeat. They beat Sheffield 80 points to 2. They had a good win against Wales. They beat the Pie Eaters 30 points to 20. The Pie Eaters couldn't do anything right that particular day, just when we expected a lot out of them. But Saints are penalised. Moving up quickly, obviously you've got to move up quickly. And in fact, they were still offside there, but he let it go that time. You've got to move up quickly on these tourists. Furner, son of Don Furner, the ex-tour manager of Australia and prolific player. He won the Clive Churchill medal in the grand final, did Furner. Sidaris at dummy half onto Walters. Long cut-out ball there to Terry Hill. Terry Hill stretches his legs, but Pickavance brings him to earth. Big Mal just limbering up outside the dugout there, looking for a little bit of action. I'm sure he'll get a rousing cheer when he comes onto this Nosey Road ground. But Brasher takes a lovely ball there. Oh, he's gone over. His impetus has took him over. Lovely ball there by Furner. He created the space. Slipped the ball up to Brasher, who's been rampant all evening. Lovely ball, slipped up to him, and Brasher there, even with the two Saints players hanging on to him, his impetus took him over, and he gets the 4-pointer. Well, he's giving it to Walters. I thought it was Brasher that had come through with it. In fact, I still think it's Brasher. They've given Walters out on the PA system, but obviously it's difficult for them. It's a fair distance from one end of the ground to the other, but shouldn't have any problem with Wishart. He'll pop this one over. And 26 points to 8. It makes you think it's been a bit easy, doesn't it? But I can assure you it's been far from easy this evening. Wishart pops it over, no problem there. Wishart with a conversion, 26 points to 8 the score. Tommy Martin restarts, deep kick. Good play by the Saints, moved up quickly. Cooper the first man to respond. The Saints captain leads by example. Sidaris, inside ball. I think that's Walters there, right in the action. Sidaris again, it was Walters. Sidaris at dummy half. Menzies taken down by Phil Vivers. Dwyer again assisting. Sidaris breaks away. Oh, well taken there by Pickavance, but the ball released to Brasher, and the Aussies, well, can he take it? He's in for a try at the top corner. Certainly is. Wishart, quick break by the Australians. Even though from our angle there certainly looked a hint of a couple of forward passes in that movement. But Wishart finishes off in that top corner. Into another gear, the Aussies. And making the score now 30 points to 8 with the conversion to come. So just being reiterated by the PA system. But they've gone through the card, as I said, apart from the first test. They beat the Cumbrians 52-8, then demolished Leeds 48-6. 30 points to 20, they beat the Pie Eaters 38-12 against Castleford, 26-12 at Halifax. Then the test match where they went down 8-4, and that scoreline certainly flatters them. 8-4. Should have had another try, at least. Great Britain, it was brought back for an infringement, which never was. Then that demolishing 80 points to 2 defeat of Sheffield, 46-4 against the Welsh at weekend, and now the 30 points to 8 up this evening here at Nosey Road. Well, certainly an exciting side. Anthony Sullivan is brought off. Jonathan Griffiths coming back on. Jonathan Griffiths coming on for the last 15 minutes. So Wishart can't convert his own try, and the score is 30 points to 8. John Griffiths on for Anthony Sullivan. So just John Harrison in the dugout to come on. And the Aussies still have Ricky Stewart and Mal Meninga, captain and prolific halfback from the Canberra club, still unused. We think that Stewart's going to be instrumental in the test match on Saturday at Old Trafford, this coming Saturday. And unfortunately, that test match being this Saturday, and the Saints fixture on the Tuesday night, robbed the Saints of 4 vital players, as I've said before: Loughlin, Golding, Hunt and Joint. And I'm sure Bobby Golding would have run the roost this evening against the Aussies. It's been a great team performance by the Saints. You can't take anything away from them. But I'm sure it would have been a different kettle of fish if Golding had been on the field. John Griffiths, first touch. Superb game for Wales against the Aussies at Ninian Park last Sunday. Played at hooker, was in everything, did a tremendous amount of ball playing and tackling. Sonny Nicol. Nicol still driving. Oh, finally brought down. Menzies in there, Sailors there, and Dean Pay. The Saints now moving it along the field, across the field. Prescott into space. Prescott still into space. Inside ball. Griffiths couldn't take it. Brasher comes up with the ball. The knock-on's given when Australia had possession, and Perolini is coming back on, and Phil Vevers is going to be replaced. So Vevers get a rousing round of applause. Vevers, he's been one great servant, hasn't he, to St Helens. He comes off a well-earned rest. Dwyer will be hooking. Perolini back to loose forward. Well, Saints want to play it quickly. The Australians, they're all over St Helens. Brasher and Florimo, the offenders this time, as Tommy Martin finds touch just outside the 20-metre line. Bernard Dwyer restarts. Adam Fogarty. Can Saints get a try on the board? Another try on the board in the remaining 12 minutes. 30 points to 8 the score. Andy Dannett, shoulder to shoulder there with Menzies. Bernard Dwyer again. But a knock on at the play of the ball. Well, we didn't pick that up from our commentary position, but the referee obviously spotted it. Eagle-eyed Mr. Morris. Scrum down formed. Walters will feed the scrum. Just a little lull in the proceedings as the Aussies just have a little bit of a union meeting before they decide to pack. Nicol quickly out of the pack. Florimo breaks upfield, looking for support, but Florimo pins his ears back, but Prescott's got him, all over him like a rash, brings him to ground. E.T. at dummy half. Now it's with Furley. Good running as the Aussies move it upfield, 70 metres. Pick of Anson Martin, forcing back. Sidaris attacked in half-back. Now with Walters, quick hands, onto Furner. Good driving run by Furner. Plenty of places obviously up for grabs for the Test team. But I think Bobby Fulton will more or less have his team selected. Shane Cooper there gets a back pass from the Australian tourist, says thank you very much. Perfectly positioned Cooper, hallmark of his play. Martin puts one out there, it certainly looked to him, forward onto Sonny Nicol, but the referee lets it go. Bernard Dwyer brings the ball away again. Andy Dannett has to take the tackle, back to Dwyer. Well, that certainly looked a bit suspect there. He's actually given offside, I think, has he? No, he's given the forward pass. No, he has given the offside. Offside indicated. Bernard Dwyer in front of Andy Dannett when the ball was passed, and intentional offside is referee Morris's indication. Oh well, the Saints public don't like that, as the Aussies are going to just let the minutes eat away and take the goal kick attempt as Wishart comes in from the right wing position to pop one over. Just one birthday mention this evening of happy 21st birthday to Wib Sheffield from Mum and Joanne, and also Alice and Maureen. Alice and Maureen from the Saints. So happy 21st. I know it was his birthday a week or so ago, but happy 21st birthday, Wib Sheffield, from Mum and Joanne and Alice and Maureen. So Wishart positioning himself, lots of whistles and jeers. Well, it's gone between the uprights. Another 2 points for the tourists. 31 minutes gone. Saints 8, Australia 32. I think it's about 1982. I know the Saints got defeated here by the tourists. I think it was 32-0 on that occasion. Saints had an important Lancashire Cup tie final at Wigan against Warrington. Got beat there 16-0. And unfortunately, I think we played the Aussie just before there, and a rather substandard team on that occasion. But it didn't work out well. But a good performance by the lads this evening. Certainly 32 points to 8. Looks a healthy score for the Aussies, but doesn't reflect the amount of effort that the Saints team have put into this game this evening. Always a difficult proposition against the tourists. 1978, the last time that the Australians were beaten by a club side. Widnes beat them 11 points to 10. He was also beaten by Warrington that season as well. I think that tour as well. I think that was about 15 points to 8, something like that. But a little bit of hanky-panky on the far side, over-exuberant tackling. But it's Cooper leading the charge. Cooper into space, now it's Sonny Nicol. Big gap emerged there, and then it was quickly closed as Cooper came through, but he was on his own. Padalini. Bernard Dwyer at dummy half, 7 minutes to the final hooter. Martin, Cooper, Saints move it along the line, Pickerman straightens up. Passes the ball back, Fogarty tidies it up, and Fogarty runs again. Simon Booth, 30 metres out. Just to the left of the sticks, Tommy Martin with the last one of the sequence. Lovely chip kick by Martin, it's offside. That's offside. It hit Menzies, it came back, it hit Brasher. Or was it Brasher? Well, Brasher's there, but it's Walters, I think, that it actually hit. Saints will they'll run it. 2 points is no good. Andy Dannett bounces off the tackle, he goes again. Out to John Griffiths. Griffiths keeps it going. It's now with Pickermans. Certainly worked hard, the Saints, this evening. Good work there. Oh, Nicol, oh, just short. Dwyer working the movement there. And Nicol held just short. Dwyer at dummy half again, Nicol. Dwyer scored! Yes, the try's there! Superb try by Bernard Dwyer, instigated by Sonny Nicol. Dwyer gets the Saints' second try of the evening. Good work there by Nicol. Dwyer was ringing the movements. Well, look at Andy Dannett coming up here, and his blood streaming from his right eye. So obviously he's took a hefty knock there. That's going to be a blood bin substitution. But the doctor there just having a look at it, and he'll be straight down into the dressing rooms. He'll play no further part. And Big John Harrison going to come on for the last few minutes. But a superb try there by Bernard Dwyer. Sonny Nicol was brought down just short. Tommy Martin converts it there, but Sonny Nicol was brought down just short. He played it, he went to play it, to kick it forward. It ricocheted off to an Australian player, came back, and Bernard Dwyer was the quickest to to respond, and he won the chase for the touchdown right behind the sticks. Tommy Martin converted it. Janet taking a knock over the right eye, going off with the club doctor John Hughes and John Harrison on for the last 5 minutes. It doesn't look as though Mal Meninga is going to be introduced. Obviously they're going to keep him fresh for Saturday. The touring captain, sure the Saints would like to see him on. Get a few more memories of those strong bursts and good try-scoring runs that he's made a hallmark of his play. Bernard Dwyer still turning in the tackling. Dwyer fully fit, had a big shoulder rebuild. Good ball handling there, Prescott. Booth. The ball back inside, but it's taken by Florimo. Booth tried to keep it going, but the ball just going astray. 32-14 the score. Certainly not disgraced by this evening's performance, and still plodding on and sticking to the task. Tony Sullivan and John Neal making their way off the last 3 minutes of the game. Solid tackling, the Saints forcing the Aussies back. John Harrison, first start of the season I think for John Harrison. He's been out for a while and then played A-team rugby. Big lad, had his unfair share of injuries, Big John. Terry Hill, good tackle on the far side there. Super tackle by John Griffiths. Pushes him down, and Griffiths again as Wishart capitalises. Is he in for a try? No, it's the sixth tackle, it's the turnover. Wishart capitalised on a bit of loose play, sneaked up the blind side but was held short. Good tackling by the Saints. 2 minutes to the final hooter. Saints spread it quickly. Perolini couldn't hold it. Unlucky there, just as Saints, they had 3 men on Perolini's outside, and certainly could have put a stern challenge to the Aussies there. 2 minutes remaining, 32 points to 14 is the score. A very respectable performance by the lads out there this evening. Walters gets the ball from the base of the scrum. Florimo, well taken down. Martin in like a flash, but Martin penalised for pulling at his ankles, I think. Australia take it quickly. Well, how many chances are we going to give him, Mr. Morris? Somebody's going to be sin-binned, I think, yes. Tommy Martin looks as though he's going to be sin-binned in the 78th minute. So both teams now down to 12 players. Tommy Martin sin-binned. The referee just getting a little excited at Martin's antics. But they had umpteen chances, didn't they? But back on level terms. In the player stakes anyway. But it's Walters giving the dummy, turns back inside. Taken by Furner. Right in front of the sticks in the last minute of normal time. Sidaris, Walters, change of tack, turns it in field. ET now showing it. And Gibbs showed him, didn't he? In with the shoulder and brought him to the earth. Good style. Long ball from Walters out to Pay. Quick hands. Knock on. Good tackling there. John Griffiths moved in. On Florimo, I think it was, and Florimo, is it Florimo that's injured? Yes, it is. But good work there by John Griffiths, moved in. There's the hooter. Only about 15 seconds of stoppage time played. Super tackle by Griffiths on the far side, as I was saying. On Florimo, just as Australia had a 2-man overlap on the outside. Handshakes all round, but no disgrace this evening. Saints try, Saints 14 points coming from Andy Haig trying the first half, Bernard Dwyer trying the second half. 3 Tommy Martin goals, 12 points to 8 at half time, and Saints certainly giving the Aussies a run for the money. Not disgraced, as I say, handshakes all round, and the Saints, the Phil Vevers right on the centre spot, going round and just shaking hands with a lot of his Aussie countrymen. But the Saints team coming round, applauding all the spectators that